Imagine embarking on a journey through a sun-drenched paradise where each vista evokes wanderlust and wonder. Over the next few moments, we shall traverse sapphire bays, wander bustling markets, and uncover hidden coves brimming with turquoise waters. From vibrant street far to serene seaside sojourns, this voyage promises a tapestry of flavors, colors, and memories to triage. Join me as we set forth on this odyssey to witness the ballet of the sunset and the symphony of the ocean voice. Midday, we pauja in Playa del Carmen for authentic tacos. The spicy bite awoke my senses. I stand at the bustling port of Playa del Carmen. Fish bob on turquoise waves beneath the sunday. The pier teems with life, travelers with luggage, locals chatting, seagulls in flight. Palms sway in the warm breeze as the Cahibea shimmers beyond, whispering promises of adventure. In the late afternoon, I climbed the water the Ferry bound for Cozumel, feeling an almost giddy excitement. The gentle deck beneath me and the soft hum of the diesel engine promise a voyage into the open sea. As the Ferry slipped away from Playa's pier, the coastline slowly receded, a pastel mosaic of buildings, palm trees, and beach umbrellas that soon faded into memoa. Out on deck, a warm Cahibea breeze tousled my hair. Seagulls danced here, skimming the gentle waves. I leaned against the railing, marveling at the vast ocean before me. The sky was a brilliant blue, dotted with cottony clouds. Late afternoon light painted the sea in hues of gold and turquoise. The atmosphere was mellow yet lively, a communal sense of adventure in the air. As we glided farther full shore, I felt a potent sense of freedom. The rhythmic lull of the waves and Cozumel's distant outline filled me with awe. Time seemed to slow, and I let myself savor every detail. At last, Cozumel appeared on the horizon. The next morning dawned bright. We jacked up and headed to the coast for an adventure beneath the waves. Soon we were bobbing on a small boat off Cozumel, mask in hand and heater racing. The water's surface shimmered like glass under the sunday. As we slipped into its warm embrace, I felt an immediate thrill, the beginning of an odyssey into the island's deep blue kingdom. We slipped beneath the surface, and a whole new world unfolded. Immediately, I was struck by the water's clarity. The Cahibea here is astonishingly translucent. Every color seemed amplified, as if painted by nature's own hand. Shades of emerald coral and vibrant crimson starfish glowed in the sunlight filtering from above. I felt weightless, drifting slowly over the reef as fish of ever who passed curiously by. Schools of tiny neon fish darted like flecks of confetti among the corals. A regal angelfish with deep azure stripes swept past in languid grace. Nearby, an electric blue tongue flashed, a bright warning display, its fin flying like a fan. I caught sight of a playful pahwat fish nibbling a coral head, its beak-like mouth crunching on polyps. Each creature moved with such purpose and zenith that the reef seemed alive with silent life. The coral formations were no less spectacular. The wagging fans of Gorgonian coral waved gently, framing the scene like an undersea cathedral. Brain corals rippled across the sandy floor, patterns like an elaborate labyrinth. Golden sponges and novice sea stars clung to rocks, and delicate seaweed swayed in the current. Overhead, sunlight rippled through the waves, painting shifting patterns on the seabed. I paused for one moment to simply breathe and observe. The snorkel caught the sound of my breath in a steady rhythm in and out, like a quiet drum. Around me was silence, save for the distant cackle of water and heartbeats. A solitary sea turtle glided by, graceful and ancient. I see now in awe as it turned its great olive eye to me for a brief encounter before vanishing. Being down here felt almost meditative. Away from the noise of everyday life, I was immersed in a tranquil ballet of Naha. Time felt distorted, minutes became hours in my mind. I gently kicked to keep pace with the slow drift of the current, feeling completely connected to this vibrant ecosystem. As our snorkel session ended, I climbed back aboard the boat. Reluctantly, salt water dripped from my mask, and I wore a wide grin of pure delight. Every step on the weathered cobblestones feels like a step through history. We gazed out at Cozumel's white sand beach. The turquoise Caribbean stretched endlessly before us, a serene expanse blending gently into the sky. Each gentle wave lapping the shore felt timeless and peaceful in that golden light. Looking back at that turquoise expanse, a reflection settled in my thoughts. Here, in this serene underwater realm, life thrums in harmony. It is a reminder of how precious and delicate our Naha world is. Experiencing the reef firsthand filled me with gratitude and a renewed sense of wonder. We returned to shore not only excited by the sights, but humbled by the beauty of Cozumel's deep Caribbean waters and determined to cherish and protect such wonders. The day's adventure culminated on Cozumel's western shore at sunset. I stand on the beach as the sun hangs low, casting a fire glow across the sky. In this golden hour, the island feels almost dreamlike. Ever the tide of the laughter, the thrill of snorkeling, the hidden cove seems to echo in the sky. I take a deep breath of the warm, salty air. The sunset reminds me how fleeting these moments are, and yet how precious. It fills me with a quiet joy and gratitude. Here, at the edge of the sea, I feel at peace and wonderfully alive. Later, in the evening, we wander into a colorful hippie bar. The next morning, before dawn, we headed to Cozumel's east coast to greet the sunrise. In the pre-dawn stillness, the island was hushed and vast. As the first rays breached the horizon, the sky filled with pastel pinks and golds. I stood in awe as the sun peeked overhead the palm-fringed shore, bathing the world in gentle light. Watching the sunrise felt ever essential. The quiet beauty of that moment, the soft murmur of waves, and the awakening of bird songs reminded me that travel is about more than sights. It's about these moments of clarity. Here, in the peaceful silence, I reflected on our journey so far. Each sunrise and sunset had marked our steps, and I felt immense gratitude for witnessing them. For perspective, Cozumel is about 30 miles long and 10 miles wide, making it Mexico's largest Caribbean island. It lies just 12 miles off the Yucatan coast and is fringed by the world's second largest coral reef system. As we drove along the backside of the island, I felt a profound sense of awe. Secluded bays revealed flaming red bougainvillea spilling onto the sand, and turquoise water lapped gently at the shore. Each mile I drove confirmed this place is more than just a scenery. It holds centuries of history beneath these waves. By that time we returned to San Miguel, the sun was setting. I paused to take in the panoramic vista. One last time, I was filled with both gratitude and a bittersweet longing. Having experienced Cozumel so thoroughly, its coral gardens, hidden beaches, and golden sunsets, I felt elated and wistful. These few days on the island had woven a vivid tapestry of memories that I will carry forever. And so, after spending a few unforgettable days on Cozumel, our journey comes to an end. Cozumel has shared its magic, its sunsets, reefs, and serene shores, and I am profoundly grateful for every moment. If you enjoyed this voyage, please subscribe, like, and watch my other videos. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next adventure.